I thought, oh my God, was it any tough? Maybe, I don't know. I said, interesting. Hey, do you want to get an ice cream or something? And it's like, yeah, that would be amazing. Okay, let's make the effort. No matter how difficult it is, I would say a small ice cream wouldn't hurt much. Go, grab an ice cream. Child has come to a comfort zone. It's like, so now tell me, how was your exam exactly? I, how did so and so do? And that's when they speak about the other person and then start opening up about themselves. It's sometimes we just need to shift perceptions to come back to the actual perception that we want to listen about.
Jazakallah, sister. Thank you so much for sharing. You've brought up important points that I think we all need to take heed of and keep in mind. I have a question from one of the participants. Does Solace Islamic Mental Health Services offer counseling for male teens? I am honestly not too sure. I'm only familiar with the sisters who do the counseling, and I would refer your question then to admin. And if they could just answer the participant, please. Before we end off, I wanted to do a very short activity with everybody. You don't actually have to write it down, although writing down, but it was just something that emphasizes on what I had put here, cultivating an attitude of gratitude in daily life. And I think focusing on gratitude is something so important for all of us, and it's something we need to instill in our children. Especially, like I say, in this day and age where they're always in comparison to everyone else's life, and they see another child or somebody else who they feel is living a better life than they have. But showing gratitude to the one who created you is a very powerful thing, and I absolutely agree. It gives you a sense of balance and draws good into your life. So some of the ways in which you would come across in therapy as tools, one of them is having a gratitude journal. And while we're all sitting here, I just thought maybe we could quietly think of just three things that we're grateful for today. And I find that it's something very helpful to instill in our children to do daily, is to show gratitude, whether it be a gratitude journal, whether they're writing down every day a few things that they are grateful for in their lives. And it keeps them focused on that. It keeps them focused on the positive things that they have in their lives. And we all do have positive things. Okay, and admin has answered the question. Yes, inshallah, we offer for male teams as well. Okay, so if anybody does need to seek counseling services, please reach out to Solace admin, and they will keep you informed and let you know how to go about it. So while we're sitting here, each of you, if you could each think of three things, just three things for today that you are grateful for. And perhaps you could go and ask your children to do that activity. Maybe they could start today. And whether they are suffering from depression or a mental health issue, or even if they aren't, I find it something so important to instill in our children. Even if they don't have any mental health issues, even if they aren't suffering in any way emotionally, it's still a good habit that they cultivate an attitude of gratitude daily. If any of you would like to share any of the three things that you have thought of or written down, you are free to do so.
Can I tell, sister?
Yes, go ahead, sister.
First thing I'm like grateful for today is that I'm alive and I'm able to change. And the second thing is that I'm like very much grateful to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for giving me kids. At times they are trouble, but mostly they are blessing. And number three, it would be like having shelter is the greatest thing.
Oh, shukr, alhamdulillah. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot that we take for granted. And like you're saying, something as simple as shelter. I live in Africa where I see a lot of poverty and basics that people don't have. And it really humbles you as a Muslim when you are able to just have the basics. And I know there are a lot of people who live in first world countries and countries where you're not witness to certain things, and we take it for granted. And like the sisters mentioned, even our children, at times they are such a challenge. Our biggest test, but our biggest blessing at the same time, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah, sister, for sharing that. Sister Tamina, your hand was up.
Yes, I will be answering based on the sequences I met people today. So first, while I was going off to work and I was not able to prepare breakfast, my loving husband says, "Don't worry about it. Just go. You're getting late. I'll take care of it." So I just want to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing me with a very loving, compassionate husband.
Too much.
And my loving kids. No matter how challenging they are, they're a blessing in my life.
MashaAllah.